up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. I am your host, Mike Fury, and I make informative videos just like this one. So please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future content. And welcome to my Fallout New Vegas guide of 2024. Today, we're taking a step back from showing you guys where to get the best guns and the best legendary weapons in the game to show you guys something a little bit more tricky and something that a lot of people seem to have issues with in New Vegas, but in reality it's actually pretty darn simple. We'll show you guys a few tricks. I'm gonna take it step by step just so you can see this is a game of deduction. It's very simple. First things first, you're gonna find the terminal. That's your first step. Obviously not. It's obviously not your first step, because if you're here, you've obviously found a couple of terminals. So number one, obviously you have 4 attempts. It's very simple. There are a couple of perks that help with this, but in reality you should never invest in those perks because it's not that hard of a thing to do. Number one, you have 4 attempts, so let's play around. Let's find something. Quick tip, number one, find words that end in either an ION or an ING. Why? Because they're usually gonna give you the best bang for your buck in terms of just selecting words. So playing, if it has, for example, if it would have given me 3 letters in common with it, then I would have known that it was probably the ING, and that way I could deduce that. But now we know that playing has 1 word in common with the word, so it cannot be ING. So now let's try something that is not ING. Let's try physics. Physics has 2 letters with it, and now something's telling me that it might be pistols, but let's see. Physics and playing both have the P in common, so we can deduce that physics, that the word starts with a P. Granted, there's a lot of letters that come with a P. And it could work like that. See how I just deduced that? But that's way too fast. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna load this back up because we need to get them wrong. So essentially, Banshee, same thing. Banshee. Let's look for another word with the letter B. You could always start off with the same word too. Banshee doesn't seem to be it. Greeted has 5. That's 5. Now you can look for a word that rhymes with greeted and see if that kind of greeted and created, or find a word greeted and treated are kind of close. Treated, greeted. We can look for, I don't know what greended is, and this is cleared. Cleared and created are pretty close. You could also look at it like that. You could also look at it, because I'm going to show you guys like different ways to look at them. You can look at them like if they rhyme or something, or if they're very close. So greeted and treated, greeted has 6 words in common, but if I get it wrong, it's going to lock. Number one, you could always press B and get out of it. You never have to lock out any terminal. You never have to lock it. But we're at this point, so I'm gonna show you guys what you do once you're at your last try. You're gonna look for the anomalies. What's an anomaly? Or the little hidden code inside of the, or in other words, the little viruses, little codes, the little anomalies. It's a highlighted portion of the code itself, and you're just gonna hit that. Now sometimes you can find ones. Let me see if I can find one for you guys. That looks like one. Sometimes they're in parentheses, like that, and they do this. They remove duds, and that removes this whole section of a word right here. Sometimes people like to do that early and find the hidden codes early, but the problem is that if you find it and you get the one that has the allowance in it, which is technically the way I've always experienced it, it's the larger one. If you do the allowance first while having 4 attempts, then you're not really doing anything, right? So now, once you do that, and now you're in the portion where you're looking for the hidden codes, which I think this one might be one. Usually they're like in parentheses. It helps a lot. That's a quick tip too. In parentheses, and like a complete parentheses with a beginning and a closing, and it doesn't like bleed into another one. That's a safe bet. So once you've done that, and now you've removed all the duds, now you can really play the game, because now we got 4 attempts, and we know that greeted and treated are very close to the word. So let's play around a little bit. I know very well that average might not be the word. I'm working off of created. Right now I'm looking at created, cleared, and pleased. Why? Because those are the closest words that I believe are to it. Armored might be a sleeper pick, but the thing is that if 6 words, this is how we're gonna look at it. If greeted and treated both have 5 words in common, what are the words in common with greeted and treated? They both have an R at the second spot. They both have an E in the second spot. That's 2. And they both end in a T-E-D. That's 3. Which means that the odds of treated having another one, it's either that, this is all just a deduction, it's either that the word itself has an A in the middle, which would make it created, because that fits the criteria, or no, I think it's just created, because if I hit cleared doesn't fit that criteria. It doesn't have an R to start up with, and I'm gonna show you guys. 5 out of 7, which means that E-A-R-E-D are 5 that are in common with treated. But no, that one has an R. But look, this is how I say. I'm sorry. This is how I was saying it. But C, literally C, created starts with C. So I know it's created at this point. Because check it out. If E-A-R-E-D is 5 out of 7, which means that I'm getting 2 wrong, but treated has 6. That means, and it essentially has R-E-A-T-E-D 6, and we know that T isn't in cleared, so we could deduce that if T isn't in cleared, T is one of the letters. I'm willing to bet every single thing in my pocket, which is lint, that it is created. That is the name of the game. It's extremely simple. You can look at for words that kind of rhyme with it. Helps a little bit. Helps me out a little bit. You can do you can go 3, see what you get. If you don't feel like you're not too like in love with the idea of like these words, or you're not really getting it, exit out, come back in. You can do a lot of different ways to tackle it, but it's usually those. So basically, close it all out here in this video for you guys. Start off checking 2, see where they have words in common in their placements, because if you checked out 2 and they all end in ing and they're telling you that you have 3 letters incorrect, then you might, after those 2 letters, unless they have other letters in common, it's a safe bet that it ends in an ing. That's why INGs are so important. So you check out INGs, you do your 3 attempts, make sure to try to get the highest if you don't already automatically guess it, of course. Once that happens and you're at your 3rd attempt and your final attempt, you then look for the codes, refund your allowances, and now you're in game mode, because now you can safely deduce things while still having very much all of your allowances available. And that is how you play the game, you guys. That is how you hack. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video and found it helpful, if you need a little bit more tips, or if you need me to type this out for you guys so you guys could understand this in steps, I'll happily put that in the comment section. But let me know what else you guys need help on. I am happy to produce these videos for you guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure to check out the links down in the description below. Amazon link, Patreon link, all down in the comment section in the description below. $1 a day keeps the landlord away. I'm your host, Mike Fury. We're coming back with more legendary weapon locations, so make sure to subscribe to the channel. It's been a complete pleasure. Until next time, Mike. Oh.